We've reached the end of the Can-Am Tour as we arrive here, round number 5 of 22, the 2020 Sunoco Pro Series season here at Nazareth Speedway. Back again for our second time here. It's our second short track of the season. 2 in one tour, and we're not going to see another one for a little bit until Ovalo Juarez in the South American Swing. Way later in the season, so you short trackers in the field. It's your last true chance to show your colors for a little while, until I believe it's round 15 or round 14. Beautiful day here in Pennsylvania, as this very unique short track is looking to be a little tough as it was last year, with elevation change and minimal banking, looking to make a very interesting race as we look at your starting lineup. Tristan Wilhoit, his first career pole position and just his fifth full-time start in the Pro Series. He's already got a win earlier this year at Lime Rock. Can he get another one today and take his points lead back? Alongside Roger Ray, his best qualifying in like 3 years, starting on the outside pole position in that Mazda Dow number 99. On row 2, Willie D, you're third in points if I'm correct, looking to try to hunt for another championship this year, and he's tailing just behind your top 2, which are Wilhoit and Paulson. We'll see if he can interrupt this Maverick top 2, alongside Connor Monaco making a start here at Nazareth in his part-time campaign for Downey Autosport. We'll see how he can do today, and a lot of rumors that he might return to full-time next season. Row 3, Ray Hall, finally a good qualifying for him in that 33. He's had a terrible start to the season. We'll see if he can pick it up here today, alongside another person who's had a bad start to the season, Scott Roush in that Coca-Cola number 38. Roush has been one of the fastest out here, but he just has not had the luck this season. We'll see if his luck can finally turn around today and put him into a possible winning position. On row 4, Paul Jackson has not had the start of the year he's been anticipating either. A lot of people here with that same thing going on, as Jackson not as strong as he's been in recent years, and he's looking to turn that around and start to make a hunt towards the front of the field. Alongside William Brock, who's back in the top 10 in points this year after an off year last year. He's in the top 10 with both of his teammates, which is the first time all of Full Frontal has been in the top 10 in years and years. And that team's looking really strong. Brock trying to lead the charge for the team, but Shane Vincent truly the one who's leading the charge. On row 5, Milo Adder Ryback, P2 in Lime Rock, very strong performance. He's had an up and down year so far. Let's see if he can continue to bring it up. And that's alongside Gatlin Downey, bringing home a top 5 last week at Chicagoland. Keeping the momentum up, top 10 starting position. We'll see if he can bring it through to a great result today. Other notables throughout the field, points leader Cordell Paulson down in 12th, Shane Vincent, last week's winner in 14th. And we look near the back of the field, Grace Takayama to the rear due to problems in practice, and Audrey Baranowska's failed tech inspection. So we're going to go down and take the green flag here at Nazareth in just a moment. Pace car comes in. We will roll through turns 3 and 4. For his first time, Tristan Wilhoit will lead it down to the green flag. Can he get his second win of the 2020 season in just his rookie season, as we are green here in Pennsylvania? They were almost even into 1 and 2, but Wilhoit will get the obvious advantage, as the inside is very good here at Nazareth due to the elevation change. He'll take the lead. Duncan will take second, and the outside line really not that good here. You gotta find a way low as early as you can. I think Connor's gonna find an opportunity here to get low. Yes, he will. That's the first guy in the line to get low, as Tristan Wilhoit and Willie D battle for the lead here, possibly brewing. Can William Duncan take the lead away from the rookie? He got third back in Lime Rock, lost that race to Tristan Wilhoit and Ryback. Now here's one of the 2 people he lost that race to. Can he take it here? Ray Hall in third. I think that's Jackson down in 4th. Yes. Ryback and Connor fight for 5th. Jackson, I think, just made a huge dive on Ray Hall. Yes, he did. Jackson trying to take the, not take the lead, take third and get onto the podium. And he will. Great run for Jackson. Great launch, and that is third position for the 10 car. I see Anderson also fighting to get through the field here. Might see him sometime soon. Shane found his way low and even gained a few positions from his starting position in 14th. Great start. Duncan all over the back of the 98. Can he take the lead? Oh, there he goes. He's got a bumper now. Side by side, we got to fight for the lead. Coming to lap 5. Can Duncan take it away? Launch into turn 1. Side by side, Duncan should have it here, as we have our first lead change of the day, and it's Willie D to the lead. Will Hoyt drops to second, and Jackson reels these two, and we got a 3-car battle for the lead. Can Jackson take second from his teammate? Anderson continues to tear his way through the field. But Shane, we saw earlier, no, Shane got pushed to the outside. He's made his way back low again. He's got his teammate behind him. Downey probably let him in. Good fighting going on in the pack. Ray being pushed backwards, though. Not what he wants. Move to lap 7. Duncan still leads. Anderson has gotten clear of everyone else. He'll start hunting after your top 3. Jackson maybe losing touch with the back of the top 2 here. Louvier trying to fend off the 89, and now the 47. Rahal down in 8th. Shepard in 9th. Shepard, where did you come from? You were... Shepard pretty low. 23rd, he's up into the top 10. Good for him. And Roush rounds out your top 10. And will now move into 9th. Fitzwater, 29th to 13th. Very good start for the 2013 champion. Shane Vincent, still improving from his starting position. It's just, you gotta keep it low. As long as you can stay on the low line. Like, oh, Will Hoyt's to the lead. And he pushed Duncan up the track and lets Jackson in. Ooh, Jackson up to second now. This is familiar. These two worked together back in Gatineau. They lost to Alex Bignacco. But these two seem to have a pretty good relationship going. Jackson helped him out back at Gatineau, and I think Will Hoyt just returned the favor. Push Duncan up the track, let Jackson get that prime opportunity to get down the inside of Duncan, and now they are in a top 2. I think we have a nice synergy finally at Maverick. These two seem to work together pretty well. As Duncan a little disoriented from that. Gonna have to recover, and caution is in the air. We have a spin. It might have been Paulson. Caution in the air. Will Hoyt will lead it back. Was Paulson just spun? No, it looks like Benoit, actually. Whoa, big damage on the 7. So it was a fight in 3 and 4. Ray tried to maybe peek it through the middle here. Clips the back of the 7 into the 21. Ray into the outside wall, gets pushed back. And then, yeah, Shock, nothing he could have done there. He had to rejoin onto the track or else he was going in the wall. And Irvine goes around. Shock gets some damage. Paulson was just already at the back. Not a good day so far for Paulson. Nelson, big damage on the front end. Paulson, no damage, but he's way back. That's not good for your points leader. And Irvine, huge damage on the 7. Bad luck for him. I just want to showcase this teammate synergy between Will Hoyt and Jackson. Is Will Hoyt coming down the inside. This was the pass for the lead before the caution. And look at him just shove Duncan up the track. Big push. And Jackson says, thank you very much. And we'll take the second position from Duncan. That was teamwork to get that top 2 in place. These two have some synergy and I like it. It's been a long time since we've seen two teammates work well together. And after Gatineau and after that, these two seem to have something. But we'll be back when we go green once more. All right. So, you see this. We have a split pit call. Rahal, Roush, and Will Hoyt have come into the pits. They will drop to the rear. Obviously, Shock Jr. because of his incident. Nelson and Irvine as well. I'm interested to see splash of fuel. So Will Hoyt gonna fuel up. They're waiting at the end of pit lane. And now they're gonna be let go. Okay. So Irvine and Shock gonna have to get some repairs. So these guys took some fuel. Everyone took fuel. Nelson is out of the race. I'm interested to see what their call is on that. If maybe they think they can make it to the end on this fuel and are risking no caution. Obviously, Will Hoyt gonna jump ahead of Rahal here. He was the first out. We'll see. We'll see what this strategy call is. It's interesting to say the least. I don't know what they're thinking, but we'll see. Jackson, now your leader over Duncan, Anderson, Rowe, and Louviere. We'll be back when we take the green flag. Alrighty, while we were waiting for the green, Gatlin Downey had a major tire issue and is back out now. A wheel failure for the 40. Have to drop to the rear. Bad luck for Downey, but he's not out of this race. Pace car is in. He doesn't have his teammate anymore. It's just him, as it'll be Paul Jackson leading it back down to the green flag. We have the two most winningest drivers in the top three. Can either of them break the tie as we are green once more here in Pennsylvania? And Anderson will launch first on Willie D. Jackson, big pressure from behind. And this is both of the 11-time winners in the Pro Series. Your top two. Duncan gets pushed back. He's going to have to find his way low. Not a good scenario for Duncan, but his teammate will take his place in third. Rowe up here. Rowe has been making waves this season. He has his speed that he used to have, but he has that consistency he had last year. This is a Rowe that we had been waiting to see, and now he's in P3, chasing down your top two. Anderson trying to defend from the 47. And, oh, Rowe is just much faster. Rowe is just much faster. And Jackson being chased down by two of his former title rivals. One he didn't beat and one he did. Louviere up in fourth. Freeze into fifth. Duncan still trying to find his way low. He's been pushed out. Louviere to third. Chris Louviere making his way through as he'll be the top forward now. Look at that. Chris Louviere, that's Slim Jim's number 2. Moving up in the world as he is your fastest driver of the race. Rowe and Jackson, your top 2. They fought for the 2016 title. Jackson won it. They fought for it with Eric Monaco. Back when Rowe and Eric were in each other's rides, Rowe was Jackson's teammate, and Eric was on back when it was Clubhouse Racing. Now Chevron Motorsports. As Rowe attempting to chase down the 10 car. Oh, Duncan just got low and Shane's gonna say otherwise. We are 3 wide. Contact. Oh, Shane. Oh, that's what we expect out of you, but that commotion is gonna cause you to be overtaken. Oh, what a race we have so far. Rowe trying to stay clear of the 89, trying to keep ahead. Oh, contact there between Pericles and Connor. Shane's clear, Duncan's not. Oh, Duncan. Back at the front, it's calmed down now. Your top 2, Jackson and Rowe. Louviere down in 3rd, Anderson 4th, Vince Freeze down in 5th. A very good performance out of Freeze so far, as he's staring down a car that he drove for half a season a few years ago, back when he was at Roush for just a little bit. He was unprepared for that car. I'd say he's pretty prepared for a Roush ride now. Well, no, he didn't drive the 34. He drove the 35. That's right. This was Shepard's old car. What am I thinking? Rowe trying to close that gap down on Jackson. Cover that later. Duncan finally finds his way low. Look at Morandi moving up ahead of Fitzwater. And now on Connor Monaco. Up to what I believe to be 11th. Yeah. Good job for Morandi. He hasn't had a good run this year. In that Curtis Racing 28. Finally, he's up here. And Duncan looks like he's going to start driving angry a little bit. He wants to get back into this. And now, I believe he's going to challenge the 29 here. Yes, he is. Peaks underneath. Ooh, I see the gap between... Ooh, I actually see... That's Vince Freeze on Anderson. He'll take the 4th position. A little contact, a little aggressive for a manufacturer teammate. But Freeze trying to prove his place. Prove he deserves a place at the top team. Up to 4th. Louviere hanging out in a podium spot. Rowe continues to close down on Jackson. If I'm correct, Rowe did not win last year, did he? He might have had a winless year last year, but he looks quick today. Like I said, years ago, he was one of the fastest guys on track, but he just could not have the consistency to win a title. His consistency is what cost him the 2017 title against Jackson. Last year, he solved out his consistency problems, but just did not look as fast as his old self. This year seems to be a nice combination between the two. And now, Alexander Rowe down the inside of Jackson for the lead. Not quite. Couldn't get there. But he is there. He is ready to challenge. And now Eric Monaco, the short track ringer, is into this. He's trying to get into the top 5. Oh, Rowe is all over the back of Jackson. These two were teammates back in the day, but they were pretty respectful teammates. I don't think anything necessarily happened between these two. I'm pretty sure there's a nice level of respect between Jackson and Rowe. So I don't expect things to get bloody between these two. They both also have a shared enemy in Eric Monaco, so that's a thing. But yeah, I think there's a certain level of respect between Rowe and Jackson that I don't think will be broken here. Yep, kept it clean, didn't touch him. That's the level of respect you have when you race with someone for that many years. These two have raced each other so many times, and a level of respect there. No contact, clean pass, and Alexander Rowe has taken the lead. Eric slowly closing down Shane. Oh my god, he's back again. Duncan in the 9th trying to close down on Nick Pericles. A really nice performance for Pericles up in 8th. Good job. Where's his teammate, Philip Scott? 33rd, not too good. Will Hoyt trying to make his way through the field after that pit stop. How about Roush? He's actually the worst of the 3. Where is Roush and Rahal? 24th and 22nd. They've been moving up. They have a little more fuel than everyone else. I'm not sure if that means they can make it to the end. If it does, if these guys can make it to the end, and this is a pit call, and they're going fuel mileage, right now as we stand, Rahal would win the race. But we'll see. As time goes on, we'll see if that was a big brain call. Oh, Eric, big lunge on the 34, a mistaken 1 and 2. And now the fight for 5th is underway. Anderson versus Eric Monaco. And I think Eric is going to take that spot away. Yep. Pretty easy. That's going to close Shane down. Shane wants another top 5. As Jackson keeping it close to Rowe. Rowe just keeping it clean out front. Very good performance so far today for the 47. Started down in 17th position. And as we're closing down the halfway point of the race sometime soon, he is your leader. Jackson closing that gap back down now. We may see another exchange for the lead between these two. This is more of a friendly rivalry between these two. I mean, you could quote me on this if you find something of it, but I don't think these two have ever gotten into a hostile confrontation on track. They've always been very friendly with each other on track. Even when they were fighting for a championship, they never really raced each other too hard. So I expect Jackson to return the favor on Rowe with a possible clean pass, although Jackson one of the more aggressive guys in the field, we could see a little contact. You never know. Jackson closing in little by little. I think we're going to see a pass in 3 and 4. I see Shane. Yeah, Shane has made the pass on Anderson. Up to 6th. Good job, Shane. No pass yet. Jackson playing a little patient, which is nice. Fitzwater is in the top 10. That is incredible. This is a guy who's been dealing with Crohn's for the last few years. Sat out for 2 years and just ran his team from the 2013 champion, trying to bring home his first top 10 in a few years. Very good job. Brock, Paulson. We saw Paulson near the back of the field earlier. And he's finally climbed his way back up. Good for him. Nope, these two are being very neutral with each other now. That's good. It's good that they're being patient with each other. I like seeing friendly rivalries. Seeing rivalries that overboil into absolute horrific incidents is not something that people like to see. Well, it's something that people like to see. It's not something that we like to see. We don't like to see big incidents, big crashes, injuries, stuff like that. Three-wide battle here between Philip Scott, Aiden Shepard, and Dan Bartlett. Shepard will be the guy who gets the advantage there. Will Hoyt not doing so hot right now. As they are catching Benoit Laver Irvine. Is minimum speed a problem for Irvine right now? Not really. He's not. He's only like 0.6 slower. He's not that bad. It's just that time, it adds up. So no, I don't think Benoit's going to be a problem when it comes to minimum speed. I don't think he's going to get parked for that, but he is definitely a slow lapper. Shane now has closed up on Eric, but he's being a little sporadic right now. His normal Shane Vincent self. And that seems to be costing him a chance to challenge the 87 as the 87 is actually closing down on Vince Freeze for 4th. Yeah, no, Jackson just seems to have calmed down. We're not going to focus on them. Ooh, Duncan's closed down on Pericles now. Pericles on Anderson. Actually, we seem to have a pretty big battle forming here. From Freeze all the way down to Duncan. Could be a battle. Then going back here, Brock on Morandi. Paulson trying to get up here. I see that Rahal has cracked the top 20 after his pit stop. Rahal is flying right now, and it's what we expected him to do after last year. It has been a terrible year for the 33 so far, after what was an absolutely amazing year. Drove a B-ranked car into the top 5 in points for a while, qualified into the Royale on points, and won the thing. Dominated the Royale when he was swapped up to what was Travis Ultra for the Royale specifically, and he absolutely performed. Showed his grit, showed what he had, and so far this year, it's just we haven't been seeing the Rahal that we saw last year. This might be the Rahal from last year. This might be what we expected to see, as he is now on Gerard Aron for the 19th position. Whereas Roush, he was just on the back of him earlier. Dropped a little bit, he's still 24th though. The real struggle is Tristan Wilhoit. Should not have pit. Should not have pit for him. Was not fast enough to recover from a pit stop like that. Rahal seems to be. They got through Ravine. Didn't even notice that. Top 3 is through Benoit Laver Ravine. Next one to catch him is going to be the 8 and maybe the 42 next, because he's all over the back and he's going to launch. No way he's not. That is Shane Vincent up into the top 5. This would be his 4th straight top 10 and his 3rd top 5 in 4 races. Shane is in 6th in points, if I'm correct, and he wants to get into the top 5 in points. This is the way to do it. Shane has been amazing this year, and if you look at the people ahead even, you start to notice something, because it's just Rowe and Shane are getting big points today. I think they're 5th and 6th in points. Rowe and Shane. Eric is like 8th, I think. Anderson's in the top 5. I think he's 4th. But your top 3, Willie D, 3rd, is in 9th. Then we're looking for Paulson in 14th and Wilhoit out of the top 30. We're going to see some big shifts in the points today. Rowe could possibly be in the running for the points lead right now. I think he might. I think Rowe might be able to take the points lead with this performance. With Paulson being down in 14th, they've caught Kyle Schuck Jr. now. Are they going to be able to dispose of him? Oh, big launch! Oh, shoves him out of the way. Nope, doesn't want to deal with him. Jackson will follow, leaves an opening for Jackson to come through. Doesn't want the lap cars to interrupt what they have right now. Good friends. Good friends. Oh, Eric's back on the 42. Not going to let him go that easy. It's been a good race so far. We're past the halfway point. And Eric now, not quite. I do not know the pit delta, actually. Will we see pit stops today? I don't know. We should. Rowe and Jackson now continue their battle. Next lap car up the road. Morgan Ford, it's the back of the pack. Tristan Wilhoit in that. Jackson not going to like to see his teammate going a lap down. Not good for Maverick. And Chevron, your current Constructors points leaders, just because Rowe and Duncan have been popping off this season, it's been such a good season so far. Although we're only 4 races in, this is the 5th race of the year. Finishing up the Can-Am 2, we'll head to Europe next week. No bonus points for tours this year. Just specific tour sponsors, stuff like that. We're in the Can-Am Tour, obviously. Next will be the Rolex European Tour. And Europe, Rowe's had a decent record in Europe. I mean, and if he can be the points leader exiting the Can-Am Tour, we could possibly see Rowe really hunt for this championship this year. Hasn't truly hunted for a championship since 2017. Hasn't been consistent or fast enough since then. And this year, he just finally seems to be putting it all together. So far. Louvier has gotten through Schuck Jr. He's just sitting 2.5 seconds down from your leaders. While Shane just does not seem to be able to really hunt your top 2. Because he's too busy fending off the 87. So I think Shane's aim is probably just a top 5 today with what's going on around him. Should be good. Top 5's still great. How's Ray Hall doing? 18th now. He's passed up in 18th. I don't know who else they passed. Oh, Brock. They passed Brock. Because I see Ron followed him through. And now Tyler Faber, his next target. All of Roush Racing trying to breach the top 20 here. Roush the only one who isn't, but he's only down in 23rd. Anderson up in the top 10. Not too bad a day for full frontal. Could be better, but could be worse. Audra, after starting from the rear due to failing inspection, was able to get on track with a legal car now, and is almost back up into the top 20. So Audra Baranowska's showing that even though the car was illegal, it's not what was truly pushing her through. Rowan Jackson, they just seem to be, oh my god! Yeah, that was a Shane Vincent thing to do. Wants to run away from the 87 and wants to do it as quickly as possible. And being able to launch on the 21 like that, that gives him the gap he needs to start going after the car ahead, Vince Freeze. Shout out to Vince Freeze. He's had such a good season so far. Wasn't a good Chicagoland. But other than that, this year's been great. He's been hovering the top 20 for a Monarch. That's a great performance. And he's looking at another result today that's going to put him back in the top 20 in points. P4. Great job. Things definitely have calmed down a bit, I will say. Where did Rahal go? Oh, Rahal got pushed out. That's not good. Yeah, things have definitely calmed down now. We're past the halfway point. Things are nice and calm. I don't actually know if pit stops are going to be a thing. That worries me. But 53 of 85. We're doing pretty good for ourselves. Jackson and Rowe, your top 2. Jackson, once he lost the lead to Rowe, he's just been clinging to the back of him, but he's gotten close a few times, but just can't pull it through. Rowe, obviously faster. Second fastest driver of the race, although Jackson, your 4th fastest. Roush cutting that with being the 3rd fastest, and he's all the way down here. Now battling with Rahal for 21st. He's gotten past 23rd, or into 22nd. Don't know who he passed, but he was 23rd before, so he has moved. It might have been Shepard. I think it was Shepard. for him. Thaber on the back of the 89. Could we see a pass for 17th here? Wasn't that aggressive. Thaber notoriously not that aggressive. He'll make the move here through the kink and into one. Not even going to be too aggressive there. That might cost him that chance to challenge, actually. No, he'll get in there. There he goes. Good job, Thaber. And obviously, we're going into 3 and 4. There's no way he doesn't get this pass. Crash Racing moving up. And that is the move. Up into 17th, and Connor going to start dropping back because of it. Ooh, Audra on Mark Nutt. Up into 23rd. Audra still on the move. Good job. What a good performance today for Audra. What an absolutely amazing performance, let me just say, for Audra today. Moving from dead last and almost into the top 20 now. You were being too patient. Honest to God. I mean, I like the level of respect. I do. But I want to see battle. Like, you two are being too calm. Shane just trying to close down. All these guys seem to be running very similar, so we're not seeing too much battling here. Although Freeze is definitely losing time to Shane. Shane can just chase him down. Oh, but a little wide there. There's him being sporadic again. He pushes too hard through that kink. He needs to get a hold of himself through there. That's where he's losing his time. Pushing Benoit back through. Benoit is back at the back of the pack, and they're going to catch him again. Oh, caution! Audra's around! Oh, we were just talking about how good of a day she was having. Oh, no! Connor! And caution is back out. Unfortunate. What happened? Connor Monaco, as we come through turn 3 and 4, was about to lose a top 20 to Scott Roush, who takes the position. And as he's coming through, ready to come into the kink, his tire fails. I believe it's the right rear falls, and just slammed into the back goes Audra. No one's fault there, obviously. A wonderful day for both of them goes to waste, as that destroys the front end of the 08 and the rear end of the 89. Unfortunate. It was such a good day for them. And there it goes down the drain. We'll be back. Once again, we're seeing people taking a dash of fuel. It could be tight at the end on fuel, and maybe the people who are pushing too hard might be coming in. The people who are pushing too hard and think they may or may not be able to make it. That might be what's going on. I'm not sure, though. Changing tires and getting a splash of fuel for them. Currently, Roe, your leader. They haven't pit, so we're going to head back green. Roe, trying to hold off Jackson here. We'll be back. All right, we did not see a retirement out of Audra. They just ripped the front end off that car. Told her, get back out there and keep racing. There is no hood or bumper on the front end of that 08. So she'll try to run with that. They actually were able to get the 89's rear end bumped out, so he might be back up to speed. And it'll be Alexander Rowe leading it back down to the green flag. Can he fend off the challenge from the 10? As we are green once more here in Pennsylvania. This might be Jackson's biggest chance here. Oh, this is easily Jackson's biggest chance. And is he going to be able to take it? Rowe blocks him at the end of 1. Can he get him in 3 and 4? Oh, are you just going to be too respectful? Yeah, he's being respectful of the 47. Again, I like the level of respect, but this might be your best shot. You've got it taking the lead, Jackson. And he runs ride right there, and that might be it. That might have been his best chance to take the lead from Rowe. Wasted. Oh, Pericles. Oh, Duncan again got pushed out. Again, Duncan. Oh, can you squeeze in there? No. Oh, that's unfortunate. And your top guys now. Oh, Jackson White again in the kink. He's losing it. Shane all over the back of Freeze wants another podium. This would be his third podium in 4 races if he can pull it off. Got a podium back in WR Raceway. Got the win in Chicagoland. Looking for a podium on Vince Freeze here in Nazareth. Oh, but he runs a little wide. Again, he's being sporadic today. Oh, Duncan still can't get low. Oh, no, this is bad. This is bad for Duncan now. This is kind of a red alert situation. He's got to find a way low, or it's going to keep getting worse. Bro's gone. He's checked out. Bro's too fast. Shane continues to try and close down on Freeze. Eric on Shane. Hercules now through Anderson. And maybe start to hunt a Maverick and a full frontal. Oh, Eric, are you going to do it? Are you going to go for it? Oh, he's so close. Also, Vignacco and Ryback back there I saw. He's close to making a pass. Shane might be one of the faster guys out here again today, but that kink is just the death of him right now. He cannot find his way through the kink. Or the tri-oval, really, but it's basically a kink that he needs to find his way through. Hercules closes up really quickly. Look at Southeast Motorsport trying to go for a top 5. Jackson just cannot get there. Bro is too fast. Paulson wants to continue to move up through the field. Get a top 10. This is 3 valuable points you wouldn't be losing to Rowe. And there it is on Alex Vignacco. Big move for Paulson up into the top 10. That's what he needed to do. That's exactly what he needed to do. Bro. Oh, no, bro. Monaco all over the back of the 42. Shane. This is an amazing position. You don't want to lose it now. Jackson closing down a little bit on the 47. He might actually have something. Favor on Vignacco now. Vignacco dropping. Oh, Ryback blows up. Ryback's up in smoke. Everyone maneuver around him. Maneuver around him. They're good. He's on the apron now. That engine's gone. Oh, what a day he was having. Ryback. He had been hovering the bottom of the top 10 from start to now. And just like that, it's over. Just like that, Ryback's day is gone. Unfortunate. Absolutely heartbreaking. That was the best driver for the team, too. That was their best driver out of the race. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Duncan found his way low. That's good. He's all the way down. There's Ryback in the pits now. Jackson, you're closing in so slowly. You gotta close in quicker. You gotta go quicker, man. And out of the race goes Ryback. That sucks. That sucks. That was, it was such a good day for Ryback. Man, taking out the bad luck, Ryback's been so good this year. He deserves praise. Angel back up here again. He was having a good race last race, dropped out of the top 10 at the end though, during the last restart chaos. In the top 15 again today. Good job for him. Fitzwater up to 8th now. Next target, Anderson. Former teammate. Fitzwater, what a day for you. You go. That's a champ for you. Look at this line. 3 champions. Anderson, the 2014 champion. Fitzwater, the 2013 champion, and Paulson, the 2015 and 2019 champion. This is 2013, 2014, 2015 right here. Great job, you guys. Jackson, you're faster, but you're not fast enough. You need to speed up a little bit more. Really get yourself in there. Shane wants another podium. Shane has come from where on the grid this time? 14th, so not as bad as last few times. One of his better qualifyings this season. But again, Shane has, I will say it again, I've said it before in the Discord, I'll say it again. Shane is the best race pace this season. He is inherently the fastest guy so far this season. His qualifyings have not been good. At all. But that doesn't matter when he has the race pace to constantly get up to the front every race. No matter where he starts, he finds his way to the front again. And Shane now looking at a top 5. I don't think he's actually going to be able to get through Vince Freeze here. Closer and closer goes Jackson. We have less than 10 to go. I didn't even notice that. This is 7 laps to go. Jackson, you're so close. Wheel vibration on the 33. Nothing going wrong yet. But the 33's having vibrations. Paulson's through Fitzwater. Aron's in the top 10. Good job, Gerard. Oh, Rowe just a little bit faster that time. You gotta go. Jackson, if you want to win this race, if you want to beat Rowe, now's the time to do it. Good run through the kink. Just get a good solid run through 1 and 2. Keep getting good runs through these corners and you'll catch him. 5 laps to go this time. And Rowe continues to lead this race. He took the lead from him before. Jackson has had a few opportunities to take it from him, but the level of respect between the two of these has prevented Jackson from being too aggressive with him. Him not being aggressive is what might have just cost him the race. Because once Rowe got the lead, he hasn't been able to really get there and really push him out of the way because he doesn't want him to push him out of the way. I think Jackson likes the respect between these two. I think Rowe does too, showing from that very clean pass earlier in the race. And now these two, 3 to go next time. The gap is 3/10, but Jackson's just not there. Paulson's on Anderson now. He really wants to prevent Rowe from taking this points lead. Roush has been pushed out a little bit. 3 to go. Both of them clean through the kink. Into 1 and 2 again. Who was faster last time? They were almost completely even last time around. 6 1/1000ths of a second separated their lap times. Hercules still trying to get through the 87 Rowe, or Paulson trying to get through Anderson. But this is what we're focusing on. 2 to go. Jackson, you gotta do something. 3 1/1000 separate. No, he's not gonna get there. He's just not gonna get there. He got close. He did. He got really close. A few times, actually. He got within range of challenging. But this seems to be all Rowe. White flag in the air for Alexander Rowe. And Chevron, under a new name this year, trying to go to victory lane for the first time. No mistake in the kink. It's basically over. It's finished. Into 3 and 4. With a new sponsor by his side this year, he solved his consistency issues. His speed is back. And Alexander Rowe wins in Nazareth. What a performance. What a battle these two had. Jackson's level of respect for the driver ahead prevented him from being too aggressive, and he just could not get a good enough passing opportunity. But a nice, respectful battle they had for the win. Jackson in second, Freeze in third. A podium for Monarch. Amazing. Shane brings home another top 5. Eric in 5th, Hercules 6th, Anderson 7th, Paulson 8th, Ron in 9th, and Zachary Fitzwater Sr. brings home a top 10. What a good result for him. Looking back, Rahal 14th, Roush 17th, Duncan after being pushed back finished 18th, 10th, 21st, and 22nd for Fitzwater Australia. They finally got the day they needed. It took them forever to get that one day that they were really looking for, and that's what they got. Great job for that team. And congratulations to Rowe on the win. Let's go look at your finishing results. And so it's Alexander Rowe, 4/10 over Paul Jackson for the win here in Nazareth. And Chevron brings home a very happy win here today and will continue to lead constructors points if I'm correct. Although, very good day for Maverick actually. Second, 8th, and 5th. Second, 5th, and 8th. Very good performance, although Will Hoyt dropped the ball today, 28th. I think Paulson will be able to keep the points lead with that 8th position, but Rowe continues to close that down. I think Rowe trying to solidify himself as a title threat, so is Shane. Very interesting title threats we got this year. Jackson, after having some bad results, some bad luck, Jackson brings home a P2, very strong, a day he really needed to get himself back in this. Roush Racing, 7th, 11th, and 17th. That's a solid day. That's a solid day for Roush, and a day that they needed. All three of them performing pretty decently. Roush probably should not have pit when he did, but brings it back to a nice top 20. So, performance. Rahal brings his pit back to a 14th as well. So, good results all around for them. Shout out to Southeast, 6th and 26th. Even 26th is like an average result for the team, and then Pericles just blows it out of the water. Great result for him. But again, congratulations to Alexander Rowe as we end the Can-Am Tour. The first of 5 tours this season, as next time we're going to be heading out to La Colina, a track that has a lot of history in the series. And it'll be starting the European Tour, the Rolex European Tour. That'll be next week as it's a 4-race stretch through La Colina, Autodrome de Paris, Autodrome del Sole currently in the 3rd slot, and then obviously the Cardiel, the Sprint and Feature, finishing out the European Tour as always. Cardiel, a big event, crown jewel. Very excited for that. Congratulations once more to Alexander Rowe, and we will see you all next time at the beginning of the European Tour in La Colina. Ciao.